Guys in a Watergun.
So we are a pressure washing business here in Ponca City. We go to other areas, and I guess we're here to talk about how we've become what we've become. So, if you want to kick it off there.
We really started in August of 2021. Our first job was actually Roman's grandparents, and from there we did a few jobs throughout 2021 and slowly grew our equipment. If we have that first post.
Probably a little far
No,
back.
it'll be down. And then right here.
Oh, yeah.
This was really our setup for 2021. It was nothing much, but it got us really to where we are now. This was more mid 2022, and really what kept us going with that would be just our families and our friends really just saying, hey, we support you guys, we're proud of you, and try to make this the most that you can. If you go to the next slide. Throughout 2022, we really grew sort of close to August. We started doing more like 10 or 5 to 10 jobs per month, and we ended up finding this trailer, and the guy didn't want it anymore, so we took it for free, and we got a bunch of other equipment, and this is what we ended up building from that trailer. And around October, we really headed off, and we grew probably exponentially. We were doing probably 2 to 3 jobs a week, and then we had, I guess we did that, and then we built this in November. So as soon as we really saw that growth, we decided to take the step and build this. This way it was more customized to our needs, more custom to help us be more efficient and effective. And that's something that we've always been like trying to be more as effective and efficient, just so this way we're less time in other people's hair and we can get in and out faster. You go to the next one. This was 2023. This would be in the beginning of 2023. It was still busy, and we had to do small upgrades just to help us, and this was really the perfect setup for this trailer. And if you go to the next one, in September we actually bought this trailer, and then we fully customized this trailer because the last trailer was having some issues with water flow and just small things that really we couldn't help, and we'd be downtime on the job. So we needed a different trailer, and so we ended up building this one. And if you go to the next one. This would be the complete product of that second trailer. And this is all done by us. My uncle welded it, but other than that, we put it all together. We did the electrical, we did the plumbing. It was like we're both in school, so it was late night hours, and really without the community support, this couldn't have been like even achievable. So that first photo that we had was really everybody's standard startup, and this is what more professional companies that are actually established have, and it's kind of crazy to think that we own something like that. So
Yeah, that first year though, we probably did 8 jobs, so it was hard kind of doing it when we could, but because it seems like when you're doing 8 a year, it's not really worth your time at all. But we kind of kept through it. After that first 1 or 2 jobs, we did end up making a Facebook, Instagram, and Google page, and that definitely helped us grow a lot. Online notoriety and everything like that can really propel you. It's probably one of the most important things, especially in the service industry. But yeah, our second year was a lot bigger. That's kind of what helped us grow into that second smaller trailer, and that definitely helped us out with our growth. And yeah, from there, just maintaining good Facebook posts, making those consistently, keeping a good name in your community, things like that helped out a lot. But even, you have your ups and downs, and it's good to keep your head on straight and keep working, even when sometimes you don't want to. We've definitely had some days like that, some jobs like that, which is definitely hard to kind of get through, but you just keep doing it, and it definitely pays off. But yeah, so when we first started kind of getting into commercial was whenever we started really growing into the business, because that's kind of when you really start doing stuff, kind of. And we got it handed to us the first couple of times, and so that was definitely kind of an obstacle that we had to overcome. But once you're there, it's kind of like you're there. So we wanted to keep going. Not sure, but
yeah, and that really comes back to why we had to upgrade all of our equipment, is because, again, jobs were bigger than what we could handle, and for us to keep going, we had to either move up or stay where we were, and we wanted to move up and keep going. If you go through some of the posts, really some things that have kept us going also would be like the posts that we make in the community pages. The community just absolutely loves it, and like the comments on all of them, they're just amazing. And so like if we'll post, can you go to the actual other post? So for instance, last month we did the post office in Newkirk, and so we ended up sharing these out to the Ponca City group pages. So what you see probably is, keep going to this one. So what you're going to see here is probably like 5 or 6 likes here. We actually ended up getting over 500 likes combined from all the community pages and over 100 comments. So it was really cool just to see the outpour of love from the community, and that's really what helps us keep wanting to do stuff like this and keep wanting to post it out. And
yeah, and especially around here in smaller areas, it can help you a lot if you cater to the community. Smaller towns around here, they really love a sense of community. That's why Newkirk has been one of the most loving towns for us. Anytime we make a post of us cleaning something there, it always gets really great feedback, and we get some calls from that area. Same thing with Ponca. It's a little bigger though. We did the Blackwell post office as well, and it's just definitely a sense of community around here compared to probably bigger towns are more, I guess, less community oriented. I'm not sure, but we cleaned the St. Mary's building as well. That was really awesome. We're getting a lot of, I just feel like as we grow, more people are kind of trusting us. So definitely building trust, things like that, making sure you're getting good reviews can help you a lot. But yeah, so another thing that we like to use is just good references, word of mouth, everything like that. It's really important that, like I said, people do trust you. I'm kind of lost here, but what's next?
Most people ask us kind of like, what's our future like? They both know we're in school. I'm in college. I'm a freshman in college, and he's a senior now in high school. Our future's our college. We're not doing this full time yet, but that probably won't change. We're probably going to go to college. We're probably going to get our degrees. So I'll be at I'll be going to OSU. I'll be getting a business degree. We're not quite sure what Roman's doing, but we'll be around for the next couple of years probably, and we're going to try to grow our commercial clientele, and really it'll be easier for us to do commercial jobs in college, because we can come back on a weekend and knock a few out, and then not have to worry about getting into people's houses throughout the week and stuff like that.
Yeah. Another thing, a big part of this was consistency, and I think one thing that definitely helped us stay consistent was kind of that feeling when you're doing well. That's really unlike anything else. When you're succeeding and people see that and you feel that. Another thing is you need money. So yeah, as long as you kind of have a need for it and a want for it, it's easier to stay consistent. So you have to enjoy it. Whatever you're doing, you do have to enjoy it. Sometimes it can be hard to enjoy it, but I think that's one of the most important things when you are trying to maintain consistency, things like that. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, and I mean, just kind of what we've been saying is community, the family, the friends, they've pushed us so far, and they've really pushed us out of our comfort zone. Well, my family has, and they've really helped us become what this is. And even like our clientele, our customers, they just like the support that we get from them. Even like a week after, they'll come up and they'll be like, "Hey, my house looks awesome," and just for us to hear that stuff, it makes us really want to go above and beyond for the next person.
Yeah, for sure. I think another one of the things that we accredit a lot of our success to is just having integrity in our work and, respecting the job, making sure that we get people what they need and what they want, doing good, genuine work. We try really not to cut any corners at all. Sometimes you have to per the client's needs. I guess maybe that might not be the best way to say that, but another thing about like just kind of building trust and things like that in the community was this month we decided to dedicate 10%. Well, I guess it would have been in October. We decided to dedicate 10% of our revenue to donating to a breast cancer foundation, and we did, I think, close to $650 this month. So that's just another one of those things. It's good for us and it's good for the community, and so yeah, that's another thing with kind of just doing genuine work is just lost it. Sorry. That just got away from me. This is difficult, man.
Probably just be, clients really appreciate us, and then we appreciate them. So we want to do the best that we can for them. So if we can't create a good result for them, we're normally upfront and honest about it, because we don't have anything to gain from doing the job and then them not being happy. That just hurts us. So being genuine with them, it really has helped us a lot. Like, there's some stuff that doesn't come clean on houses, and we just have to tell them, and if they don't like it, then there's nothing we can do. So and again, that builds that trust that we've been talking about. So
yeah, we kind of use karma to our advantage. So if we're going to do something good, hopefully something good's going to come back to us, and usually it does. So yeah, so kind of we've grown a lot this year. This has obviously been our biggest year, and I definitely think that it is an exponential growth. Once you kind of break that barrier of being kind of a side thing, and then once you take your business to the next level, you're an actual business, that's when the growth starts to be really noticeable and, like Brian said earlier, almost exponential. So just stay consistent, and then eventually you'll break that barrier and get to a point where you can kind of do business comfortably. Obviously, we wouldn't be totally comfortable if we had bills to pay, but
yeah.
But for us, it's comfortable enough.
Yeah.
So. Well, I guess, yeah, ask away. Go ahead.
What kind of commercial jobs have you guys landed in the last year?
We've worked for Russ Lake a few times. We cleaned up his barn, and then we cleaned up a property for him on Grand. We've been pretty consistently doing the Sonics. We have some contracts with 2 of the equity banks, and hopefully Community National on cleaning some of their stalls and things like that. And then we worked for the Winter Roads on cleaning their lot on Grand, one of their buildings. What else have we done? The post offices, we did Blackwell and Newkirk. The Equity Bank in Newkirk, that was a big thing.
That was a big thing.
That was one of those things that kind of got us into Newkirk. And like I said, that sense of community helped us a lot there too. People see that and they really enjoy seeing recognition of their towns and things like that. What else is
We
there?
cleaned the storage units in Ka.
We cleaned up the boat and RV storage in Ka. I don't know if there's RV, but that was a really big one. Ka City's been showing us a lot of love as well, so making sure you kind of get out into those other towns is very important because there's never enough business. So, is that it? Was that all of our...
Oh yeah, housing
Oh,
authority.
the biggest one, we got a contract with the Housing Authority this summer where we cleaned 40 houses, and then the Broadway Plaza apartments. That was a really big one. That also kind of helped us gain some notoriety, and that was definitely a big deal for us. I think it would be for a lot of people, 40 houses, and so.
It was also about 10,000 square foot of concrete, so it was a lot of flat work also. And,
Yeah, it was a ton of work. So.
we got it done, I think, 3 days. Well, it was spread out about 3 weeks doing the Broadway Plaza, but the actual houses and the concrete was about 3 days.
Right.
So that was really incredible that our machines could keep up with that and handle that.
Yeah. Are we missing anything? Is that all of our commercial stuff? I think that was.
Church.
I don't think
No.
we. No, I don't think
Oh,
so.
St. Mary's.
Oh yeah. St. Mary's. Thank
The
you.
middle school, or no, that was the daycare.
We did the daycare building at St. Mary's. That was a good cleanup. So I guess go ahead.
I'd first like to commend you on a $650 donation to the breast cancer.
Thank you.
That's a big deal for a lot of people in this room. But my question is, it's so hard for startups to get their first clients, and then beyond just having a few clients to get more. So what kind of hustle do you guys have to look for to move that?
That first year, we definitely utilized Facebook. Without having so many jobs under your belt and so many pictures, for us, before and after pictures is a big deal for us. It helps us a lot. But when you only have cleaned 3 houses, you only have 3 before and afters, relatively. But so we did a lot of door-to-door, things like that. Lately, Brian's been doing a lot of word of mouth. Not as much me, but he's been doing business cards and talking to people more, and that's definitely helped us a lot. But then it was definitely door-to-door, things like that, leaving business cards in people's doors and things like that, and targeting houses. If you see a house that's dirty, better chance they're going to clean it. So
So if I see your business card on my door,
usually I'll write a note on the back with an estimate.
you need help.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that door to door is brutal. It's brutal.
I had people sending me pictures from the high school of us on their front door from a Ring doorbell. And it's like, yes, sir.
So what is your favorite kind of job to do that has the most dramatic difference?
The most dramatic difference is going to be concrete cleaning. Concrete's always dirty, but the best one that we like to do is house washing, because we can get in and we can get out within an hour and a half. And
It costs the least for us,
It
costs the
yeah.
least for the client.
Which kind of job gives you the best return on your?
House washing for sure.
roof washing.
We don't do a lot of roof
That's
washing,
true.
but
But
we
yeah,
can
if
go
we
in-
do roofs, then it's more expensive for the client because we have to use a higher percentage of chemical. But it also is like one of the easiest things that we can do. So it's really time basis, then we make more money there.
Yeah, yes, sir.
How does winter change the nature of your business?
It definitely slows down a little bit. It slowed down for us this year. Last year, since we were kind of growing into the business, it didn't quite slow down. That was whenever our growth period kind of hit. So we stayed busy last winter. Just even these last 2 weeks, I don't think we've gotten hardly any calls. So we're definitely maintaining those commercial tickets to kind of sustain some income. But residential work definitely slows down a little bit. People still want stuff done, especially for the holidays, but it definitely does slow down. And there's less of a problem as well. You don't get we target algae growth. That's one of the biggest things, and algae doesn't grow. Cobwebs kind of aren't coming back when you're cleaning in the winter. But yeah, we definitely try to keep on our commercial stuff because that can help sustain income there and substitute some of those lost residential jobs.
As you guys are growing, do you have any anticipation in adding additional staff?
So that could be a potential thing while we're going to school, but probably not. That's probably not something that we'd want to. I don't think we'd get to that point, honestly. But if we ever could, that'd be a blessing, and we'd probably definitely take advantage of that. But I don't really see that in our future. What do you think?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
What inspired you? I mean, what made you think of let's do this? I mean, were you just sitting around and
Yeah, so around then there were a lot of videos on like Instagram Reels everybody loves to watch, and it was summer side hustles, and it was lawn mowing, and one of them was pressure washing. And there's a ton of people mowing lawns around here, but not quite as many power washing, so that's what we decided to go with. And it was an overnight deal. We were thinking about ways to make money. He had a job, I didn't have a job. I was 15, and well, let's wash my grandparents' house in the morning. And so we went, pulled out $90 from his savings account, and got some equipment and got started. And then I think we did like 3 jobs that first couple of months, and it was just kind of a one-off deal. And then people started calling, just I think because we made that Facebook account and the Google stuff. People started calling, and so we worked for them. Yeah, thank you. Yes.
Do you have the capability of doing inside jobs, like say in a warehouse that's disgusting?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the.
Do you have the capability of doing like inside jobs, like the warehouse and starting?
We have done one guy's. I think it was like a store. It was like a shop, the shop floor. We just we cleaned it, squeegeed it out on the floor, but we try to stay away from stuff that's too far out of our range, just because when you're doing stuff that you're not comfortable with, the liability is twice as high sometimes. So we got the Parks and Rec guy trying to ask us to do he wanted us to clean the insides of the pools. And that was just something, that's like a pool specialist deal. I know some pressure washers in the U.S. do pool cleaning, but we don't deal with those types of cleaners, and so that wasn't something that we really wanted to deal with either. Because when you're not used to something, that's dangerous, kind of, especially when you're dealing with chemicals like we always are. But so we kind of try to keep to what we're familiar with, and that's shown us the most success. So.
You guys carry, I mean, Brian's my neighbor, so I see all the trailers and all those things. Do you carry some water with you also, and then do you plug into other people's water when you're cleaning?
Yeah, so if we run that tank dry, then our pumps don't become primed anymore. So we have to keep at least a little bit of water inside the actual tank. That's going to be the new trailer. So this water tank will always have about 100 gallons in it. And then we'll hook up to the customer's water. And really we used about, I don't know how many gallons of water. Doing the housing authority, they didn't have water supply for us, and we didn't know that. So we
used probably over 1,000 gallons of water
from their spigot, and it didn't change the water bill at all. And we were really scared because we knew we were paying for the water bill. So, but yeah, it didn't change at all. So.
Yeah, we always keep, we don't usually empty that tank out or anything like that. We just, wherever it is where it is. This last week, since it's been below freezing, we did have to empty it out, and we winterized everything, so we ran antifreeze through everything just so, because water can seriously damage a trailer like this, but pretty much at all times that tank is somewhat full, and it's just, sometimes when we roll up to a house and it doesn't, it's not going to be over 45 minutes. We won't even hook up to water. So that bigger tank makes it really nice. On our last trailer, we had a 60-gallon tank. There's nothing you can do off of that. And this one is a 325. So it's a big difference, and it's definitely helped us a ton, for for sure. Go ahead.
Can you do taller structures?
Yeah,
Bell roofs or?
yeah, we've done the housing authority, that Broadway Plaza Apartments. That was a little over 3 stories that we were shooting up to. A lot of times, if it's roofing, we kind of like to be a little more close and precise with that kind of stuff. So we might use a ladder, something like that. And so, yeah, that's kind of our process for that. But we can get pretty high. I'd say 3.5 stories is kind of our max.
And that's from ground, so that's without a lift or anything like that.
Yeah, like we did the Blackwell Post Office, and I think that was probably taller than the Housing Authority. That's a big building, and we cleaned that one. We were able to shoot to the top and everything, so, but that went well. So.
How do y'all do the finances? I mean, like, did you have to get loans for that trailer, or how do you all?
No, so actually we grew this just off of jobs. If we wanted to upgrade something, we just saved up money and then got it. So the only thing, like these engines and the pumps, our parents helped us get these. But everything else that you're looking at, besides a couple little small things like panels on the last trailer and some other stuff, that's all. We made this money and we spent it on upgrading. So
It's all been cash. We had one of our busiest weeks this summer. We could have made a lot of money personally, and we decided to funnel it all into our account. We put close to probably $5,000 into building this trailer, and that was just one of those things. It's going to pay off, so make the sacrifice. So that kind of got us this trailer, and it's been beyond great having that, and I think it was one of the best decisions that we've made in our business journey.
I have a question. First of all, I'm proud of these 2 cats. I know you're both in school and you're both very involved. So do you create a schedule to know when you can work together? So when you book appointments, or how do you schedule with busy schedules?
We both have hours that we have open, and that's pretty much just after 4. So on those days, that's when we work on the weekdays. Is after 4, we can do 1 to 2 things a day. Obviously over the summer it was a lot nicer being able to work all day, every day. And some weeks we were fully booked, but lately we've, we'll be out 2 weeks on scheduling just because we can do 1 thing a day sometimes. But that's about where we are. We could probably fit some stuff in the middle of the day, but between school and everything like that, it's not hardly worth it. So, yeah, we just kind of know what we're doing on what days and plan for that. And, yeah, sometimes work needs to take priority and sometimes it doesn't. So we take a lot of things into consideration, but that's kind of our process there.
What made you get into windows?
You can take this one, I guess.
I don't know.
I guess it's just an upsell. When we first,
Guilty.
yeah, people were asking us to do it, so we had to learn. And doing windows by hand is the right way to do it. We think, but eventually that just gets tiring, especially when that's not really your work. So we bought a window cleaning system. It's a filter, goes through a brush and scrub the window, comes spotless. So that was a big deal for us too. That was a big purchase, and that kind of helps us with window cleaning, and that's a lot of additional revenue, things like that. So I think that's pretty much it, though. We just a little more money. People were asking for it, so that was our reasoning with window cleaning. But
how do you set your rates? Like, what are your rates for like window cleaning or like house front or something like that?
So our main, when people call us, they normally want their house done. So what their house base price is going to be anywhere from like $200. I mean, we've done houses that were like $650, but those are huge houses. So $200, $250, somewhere around there is normally what your average house wash is. And then normally if they want like their windows, it's going to be cheaper. So like, I don't think have we had anybody just say, hey, I want my windows done?
probably.
Oh yeah, I guess you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we have had that, which is I think, what's our base price for that? I don't even know.
We usually start at $125 for window cleaning. That's if it's paired with like a house wash. That's one of our biggest things. Over the summer, we were doing, if your house wash is valued anywhere below $300, we'll give you a $75 window cleaning. And so that's a pretty big discount. But I'd say the sweet spot for a lot of our quotings and cleanings would be around $200, $250 for house cleanings, because we can knock those out in 45 minutes and just get as many of them done as we want to in a day, pretty much. So, yeah.
So you guys seem to have a really good head for like, a business entrepreneurial spirit, business mindset, and maybe the terminology you use. Like, what I know you have a family of entrepreneurs too, but like, where did you get that from? Like, for you, is it just learned or?
For me, probably it's learned. I've in our earlier years or months, I was going to my dad and my grandpa with a lot of advice, and they have obviously great business heads. But it's kind of also when my parents have people come and work at our house, and I see what they want and how they are with my parents and things like that, what's going good, what's going bad. You can learn a lot from just watching. It's kind of similar to how athletes watch film. It's like, I'm watching this guy and I'm seeing what my parents aren't happy with and what they are happy with, so I'm going to work on that. I'm going to build off of that. So that's another one of those things. Just being able to cater and know what people want has definitely helped us a lot. And yeah. So.
Yeah. I got to give a lot of credit to my parents too. So, yeah, things like, of course, my dad's not quite like the businessman that Matt is, but my dad knows how to use tools. He knows how to use equipment, and so like if we ever have a question, normally it's like midnight, but Dad's the first one there to help us. So, I mean, I use all his tools, and he gets mad, but he's still.
Did you leave him outside?
He's still around helping us. So
Brian's family has been the biggest help for everything on the mechanical side, for sure, with the fabrication and using all of his tools and his smarts with everything like that. Like, we keep the trailer at his house, and yeah, we've absolutely kind of destroyed their backyard. Feel really bad about that, but it's definitely been his family that has kind of sustained the business for us. So we're definitely grateful for that.
So, Brian, where are you going to school for?
I'm going to school for business. Right now I'm at NOC for business administration, and then I'll be at OSU. I'm not sure where I'm going to go. I might do accounting. I might do, I don't know. There's a lot of options. So I got one more year there, and I might be doing a double major because I won't have enough hours to do a full time next year because of concurrent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to thank you. Oh, Molly has one more
So
question.
what can our community do to help support you guys?
Talk about us. Get people to hear our name more, especially in the winter months. The more we're in people's ears, the more likely they are to call, things like that. Sometimes posting on Facebook and the group pages can definitely get annoying for some people. I know we were actually getting kicked out of some of them. So we've slowed it down to making one post every 1 or 2 weeks. So we're kind of slowing our roll on Facebook and everything like that because we don't want to be too invasive.
Yeah, sorry. There's definitely an algorithm with the so the ones that do get likes, they get a ton of likes, and then there's some that don't get any likes. So if you see it, give it a like. I mean, it doesn't take anything really, but that helps us get in front of more people. And the ones that do have likes, we end up getting in front of 20,000 people. So it's exponentially just from the other ones because we only get about 1,000 views on the other ones. So
that is another thing with notoriety, though. If people are engaging with your posts and things like that, if I see a post with 0 likes and I see a post with 50 likes, I'm going to trust the one with 50 more because it seems like people know that and support that. So, but yeah, just talk. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Have you thought about adding other services during the winter, like chicken cleaning or something like that, to make up for the difference?
We have a lot of one of the most popular things people like doing is doing Christmas lights. Yeah, we try to stay off ladders as much as we can. So that's a big thing with that. we've kind of started doing more gutter cleanings and things like that, which is less water oriented. But with the commercial stuff and like gutter cleaning, window cleanings, I think we do well enough for ourselves that we don't really feel the need to diversify. And another good thing is to wait to diversify until you are completely concrete in your business and you have that on lock. You're doing that perfectly. And so I don't know if we necessarily feel like we're there yet. Like I said, we've only gotten so many calls this last couple of weeks. So maybe that would be more viable whenever we're more like a more concrete business and we're I don't know what I'm. Yeah, pretty much. But I think we just I think it's better for us to just focus on what we're doing now and get that to a T. So good.
All right. I want to thank you guys for coming and presenting today at 1 Million Cups.